What is up, everyone? So here I have a simple API, and I built this application called Type, and it stands for Typescript API Interface Generator. And you start off by importing Type, and this is a class, so we'll create a new class, and that's the constructor. We're passing in a string, which is the base URL of our API. So I'm going to copy this as the base URL for my API, and then we're going to create a method. So we're going to call this method person, and it's going to be equal to a new type type.gen, and this will actually generate the method. So we're going to pass in a name, which is a string, and we're going to pass in a path, which is also a string. And it shouldn't really be new, it's just that. So the name is going to be the name of our method. We're going to call it person, and the path is going to be the path to the API. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste that in there, and I'm going to say, for instance, 1. And now it's time to, if you hover over it, you'll notice that this is actually going, this gen method is going to be serving a couple more methods, which we're going to use now. So we're going to say something like fetch data. And this fetch data is an asynchronous function. And we're going to use the try catch statement to resolve the promises. So we'll say const data is equal to an await of person dot method, and then we're going to pass in the method that we want, for instance the get method, and we're then going to console.log set data, and if we get an error, we are going to console.log the error. And now we can go ahead and call this function, which will do all of the magic. So let's run yarn dev, and this will go ahead and do this. So you can see here that it actually fetched the data and console logged this. So we see some results. It's an array, and inside of the array it's an object, and this is all of the values. And if we take a look, we actually see that it generated for us a folder called types, and inside of that folder created a person.d.ts, because that is the name we gave it, and this is the Typescript definitions. And you can see here we are exporting an interface with the name of our object, and we can see inside all of the interfaces from our API automatically created for you. So once this has been generated, it's as simple as just specifying that data is of type person, and it gets imported from that types folder. And now I can do something like const results is equal to data.results, or I can even better destructure from data, and I can see what I'm able to restructure: info and results, and then I can then restructure more. So from results, what can I destructure? Well, nothing, because result is an array, so I need to loop through the array. So let's do that. Let's do results dot for each, and let's just give it the letter A. And if you hover over it, you can see that it's actually of type result. And I can do A, I can then destructure from A, and I can see what the values of those are. So there's cell for cell phone, name, register, picture, phone, nationality. These are all the properties in the result. And I can see that's a string, and that's a name, and it has its own properties. So then I can just destructure some more. I can say, okay, well, what is what am I able to grab from name? And then I can see, oh, I can grab title, I can grab first, I can grab last, and then you can do whatever you wish. I can, for instance, console log I can just console log title first is a gender, and now it says Mr. Jerry is a male, right? Mr. Sharaf is a male, Miss Name is a male. So that's something that you can do, and it makes it easier now that you have types. And thanks to type, you're able to generate those types on the fly. So let's try this again with a different API. Let's go ahead and do placeholder API, and you can see JSON placeholder here, and this is the documentation. So this will be the base API. So I'll paste that in here, and then this will be to-dos 1, and I'll just say this is a to-do, and I'll save, and then boom, there you go, you have your interfaces for your to-do. And well, this wouldn't work because these don't exist, but I could see what does exist by either hovering over data. You can see we have that's a type person. Oh, we'll call it person. No, this is actually a type to do. There we go. And then I can console log data.completed, data.id, data.title, data.user ID. So it makes development much faster because we have these types being automatically generated for us when we make our API calls. And that's it. So I hope that you find some use for it. And yeah, thanks.